Hello, everyone. How y'all doing today? This is Tiffany, the founder of Teach Me Tribe, and I have been highlighting or spotlighting different tribe members over the past few months. But today I've decided, or I should say this month in September, I've decided to just do it live, actually talk to a few of you all and see how that goes. I figured it'll be a lot more entertaining than y'all reading a post. So today we have Christopher Phillips. And if
Yeah.
you all remember, he was on the dad's panel. So you can get, a little more juicy information about him today, anything he's willing to share with us. And so we'll let Chris, just introduce yourself. You can say whatever you want to say about yourself to introduce yourself.
Okay. So again, I am Christopher Phillips from Birmingham, Alabama. I am divorced, 51 years old, two sons. Christian Phillips, who is 25, and Nicholas Phillips, who is 22. And that's it. I just got those two boys. Those are the absolute best things that ever come from me. I absolutely love those boys, and I'm happy to say that I think I've been a great dad, a good dad at the very least. And hey, I want to do more with with the kids. I think I found out over the years that I am actually absolutely great with children, and the younger they are,
Really?
the better the better I am with them. So I absolutely love kids. I love working on stuff. I'm very mechanical, so I'm just not necessarily an outdoorsman, but I like to be outside a little bit, doing tinkering a little bit. So yeah, I'm kind of wide open, and you guys will figure that out as we go with the conversation. I'm kind of loose and free.
Yeah,
So,
and I would definitely say that. I would definitely say that.
yeah.
Now, just in case you all don't know, I met Chris at work, and I've been at Altech for 17 years. So
Hmm.
I've known him for at least that time because I started out in service. And so how long have you been with Altech, Chris?
26 years now.
Okay. Oh wow. So that's
Mhm.
that's a long time to be with one company.
Oh yeah, I think I got about four more, maybe 30, get to the 30-year mark and maybe reevaluate. Maybe some of these things, these projects I've been working on, will come to fruition. I can venture off on my own. That's the
Okay.
plan.
I like that. So tell us a little bit more because I know you said that you really enjoy working with kids and the fact that they like you. How do you know that they like you?
Well, when I was doing the volunteer work, which was after school care from 3 to 6, Mondays and Tuesdays, I drew the biggest crowds. So what?
Really? Okay.
So
Okay.
all the young ones, they want to hang with Mr. Chris. I think just my approach with them is very hands on. I like to get in there with them. If we're playing with the crayons, I don't want to just be the guy, right, that just
Hmm.
hands coloring books and the crayons out. I get down there too. I color too. I get in competition with them. Hey, I'm gonna make my horse brown and white. You know what I mean? So interacting with them, getting in there with them, they tend to respond to that a whole lot more than just somebody handing out instructions or telling them what to do, or that's giving them a star, a gold star, or something like that. So getting involved and getting in there with them, playing with them, talking with them, just asking questions and hanging out, they really respond to that. And I think the other volunteers, they looked at it as just more of a let's get the homework done and let me check it over, make sure everything's okay, and
Hmm.
move on to the next child. But if I get a group of them around, hey, we go over those problems and questions together and try to find entertaining ways that they would learn and enjoy it at the same time. So yeah, that's why they like Mr. Chris. I'm a fun guy.
Okay. I like that. I like that. So is that kind of how you started really wanting to do something bigger as it relates to kids, as
So
far as the program or the foundation that you want to create?
yeah, so within the thing that you get into, you always find ways, you think to yourself secretly, this is nice, but if I was in control or if I had a way, if I ever did it, I would make these changes, right?
Right.
So just looking at the number of kids that flocked to me as opposed to the other teachers. Now those guys were great. Those guys and girls, they did their thing. But looking at the numbers, like on Wednesday, they would say, "Hey, the kids were asking about you." So okay, so
Mm.
maybe we should incorporate some of the ways that I engage with them into the program. So, but what way could I do that? I couldn't take over commandeer somebody else's program, right? But if I ever had
Mhm.
the opportunity to do my own, I would incorporate some of the things that work for me. And I'm telling you, it is a wonderful thing when you see those little faces light up, and in this it makes you feel warm on the inside. So that is definitely something that I want to get into once I get outside of Altech and retire or whatever it may be. But yeah, taking care of the kids is something I absolutely enjoy.
I love that. So tell us about some other things that you not necessarily want, because this is something you want to do after Altech, or this is something you're going to start while you're at Altech.
So if I get the opportunity, yeah, and I could get in and get some help getting something going, I would love to do that. So one of the ideas I had, let me tell you about this one. Do
Okay.
you remember back in the day when we used to have the bookmobile that used to come around to the elementary schools back when we were kids? I know I'm a little bit older than you, so
Bookmobiles.
yeah, the bookmobile used to come up to the public schools, and you would get on the bookmobile, and if you did good in your studies, right, school typically didn't pay for it, but if you had like $3 or $4, you could get on the bookmobile, and they had comic books, they had those Nancy Drew books, the Hardy Boys, they had all kind of like kid stories that you could buy 2 or 3 books off the bookmobile.
So
And
kind of like a book fair.
yeah, but it was on wheels,
Oh,
and it would ride around the city schools every so often. And that was
okay. Yeah, that was in the county school, so maybe that's why.
yeah, because I knew all the Birmingham city schools had it, but that's something I was
Oh,
thinking of
okay.
rehashing, right? And here's how I would do it. Hey, if you're listening and y'all check us out, don't take my idea, because if you do it, I'm going to know.
Well,
But
one thing
here's
I know about folks with ideas, they
my,
ain't gonna do nothing.
so I was thinking, what if I had one of those vans, say like a Sprinter van, decked out with the lights and everything else. Keep in mind, put this in your mind. Those 95.7 or 98.7 vans that ride around the city with the lights and the music playing,
Hmm.
we do the same thing. That type of energy, playing, but playing the good music. And if a school called and said, "Hey, we had such and such number of kids that made the honor roll or that tested high on their testing, statewide testing," they give us a call. We would show up with that van, loaded with books, swing those doors open, and let them babies come on there and get those books. Right? No charge. If they excelled at their studies, the least we could do was show up playing that music, letting everybody know that hey, we're here to celebrate these babies for doing great scholastically, right? And have those, and
Hmm.
then look, here's the bonus. Have black authors, kids'
Oh, I like
stories
that.
written by black authors. Now, we're not going to call any authors, right? But we're going to
Hmm.
highlight children's books that were written by black authors and not charge those babies. We're going to play the
Mm-hmm.
music and we're going to honor those kids. We're going to show up on PE period, on lunch period. We're going to swing those doors open, playing some good, clean music. And we're going to let those babies that did that lesson the right way come on here and pick you 2 or 3 books out of piece, and we'll be back when you make those grades again. So that's something I want to do. I want to ride around the city, hitting all these schools up, and for any of our babies that are putting that work in, let's give them something. Let's honor them. So that's one.
I really like that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've been thinking about that one for a minute.
Well, you got to get that one going.
Well, hey, maybe I will, and some of the people in the tribe to give me some ideas on how I need to go about setting that up. Because I would definitely want to do that like nonprofit, right? Just
Right,
strictly
right.
for the love of our babies. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Now, y'all, if y'all have any expertise, in grant writing, creating nonprofits, any of that stuff, getting finances to get, a nonprofit started, please contact Chris. And that way he can kind of get a jump start or at least get some information in regards
Hmm.
to, what direction he needs to be going in. Because we got a wealth of people in this tribe. So we definitely need to help one another
Hmm.
in our dreams. So, on another note,
Hmm.
I know you mentioned that you were divorced and you had kids.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, you froze up.
Nah, I'm still here. Can you see me? Am I good?
Oh, you froze.
You sure it's on my end? Cause I'm still
Well,
here and
I'm
I'm good.
moving.
Yeah, I'm moving too.
You moving too?
Yeah, you were freezing up the whole time. Can you hear me?
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay. I think we're good now. Uh the last question, well, Chris is frozen again, but
No.
we
Am I frozen really?
I don't know what I don't know what it is about tonight, but we can still hear you. It's just more of a your face is like, or I should say your hand is to your face or your ear or something.
Man, that's been over like
But
10 seconds ago. Yeah, it's still hanging on, isn't it? Is it still frozen now?
yeah, yeah,
I
it
mean,
is. But I mean, I can hear you. I can hear you perfectly fine. So it's up to you if you want to keep talking.
well, it's up to
There
you.
you go. You
I'm back.
unfroze now.
Am I back now?
You back now. You back.
Am I
You just gotta love technology.
back?
So I was trying to ask you about your personal business, but apparently this computer does not want me to ask you about your personal business. Try to get to the nitty gritty because you
We'll get
mentioned
to it
that
then.
you were divorced
Hmm.
and you had two kids and they're grown. So just tell us a little something, whatever you want to tell us in regards to um, if you are dating right now or you're taking a break or how long you've been divorced, whatever you want to tell us,
Well, let's
just in
see.
case there's some single ladies out there that want to know.
Yes, I do have a girlfriend,
Uh-oh, so I'm sorry, ladies. Sorry.
and we we've been together for a while, a few
Okay.
years now, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, so everything's going pretty good. Um, so yeah, I am seeing somebody. We have been together for a few years, and we seem to be doing pretty good. I think we
Okay.
can make it. Hmm.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that's always good because finding love again after divorce is something that's hard for a lot of people. You know,
You think so?
so yeah, I mean because people they don't want to take that risk. Especially depending on their circumstance. What it is that got them to the place that they're at post divorce or post breakup. It's just some people just don't like rejection, and so I definitely commend anyone who's willing to jump back out.
It's all part of the growth, though, right? I mean, you can't
Uh-oh.
stay in that space forever. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're right. I
So
can hear you. You just frozen.
you just, for me, it was a process, right? It definitely wasn't easy, right? It definitely wasn't easy,
Mhm.
but you can only, sit down and mope and think about what all you done wrong or what you could have done different for so long before you had to pull yourself back up by your bootstraps and get busy. And
Yeah.
fortunately, I do believe that I was given something, a purpose, right? So there's no way I could sit down and just not do anything. I think I still have work to do. So even though
Hmm.
it's a difficult situation, and you take that time to grieve, however long it may be, for individuals. For me, it, I still battle with it here and there, but nowhere near like it was. But I just realized that there's other things to do, right?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
objectives and goals and things that you wanted to achieve in life that you still have the opportunity to do. So you can't just sit still and sit in that and that be mired down, in that forever. So you got to get busy. And so
Yeah.
I'm happy to say that I made it through. I know some guys and girls they don't always make it through that, but fortunately I was able to get through,
Hmm.
and I feel happy and ambitious. You know what I'm saying? Still, so I think there's still more life for me to live out there.
Oh, definitely. I tell you, you
Hmm.
said something that was really good, in regards to your purpose and growing. I think that's so important to know that, to actually have to know, okay, I'm not only here for people. People, I mean, they're here as an added bonus to
Hmm.
this thing called life, but my life is bigger than people. So no matter what it is that I go through in life, I can still I can pursue purpose,
Hmm.
and that's pretty much what you were saying. So what is it
Yeah.
that you would tell, anybody that has been through a breakup or a divorce, and they're having a hard time, getting back to that point of realizing purpose or wanting to grow.
First thing I would say is it can get better, and find friends that you truly trust that will tell you the truth and be honest with you, and surround yourself with those people, and find your happiness and joy with the friends and family that you have. And for me that was key. I got a few buddies that would always shoot me straight, that would always call and check on me when I say, hey, I'm not doing so well today. They would come by and ask if I want to get out, but not to drink or go find women or something, but just to camaraderie. So that helps pass the time when you would normally have that time spent with your partner. You still have friends and family that realize that you are alone now, and they come around to make sure that you're not thinking the wrong things, right? So you got to have. I would definitely advise
Mm.
anybody surround yourself with the people you really know, and that the ones that really have your best interest at heart, and hang with those people. Let those people help that time pass. That would be number one. And if you have identified your purpose or your calling, start pursuing that slowly. Get back into that. If you lost a little bit of ground because you were dealing with an issue, a breakup or whatever, start trying to take those footsteps, those baby steps back toward that, to the things that you loved outside of your family. We all, family was first for sure. Anybody that's been married or in a long relationship, but also you have had to have had things that you were also passionate about. So after you get over the breakup and you get around your friends, and you guys are patching things up and moving along, you're trying to heal your heart and everything, get back into those other things that brought you joy. For me, I used to love to DJ and play music. So I started back listening to my music, spinning my records. My buddy Vic is a DJ, so I would go with him to when he did wedding receptions and parties and family reunions and hang out, and you just start reminiscing on those good things. So that led me to playing more
Mm.
music, DJing a little bit, but not back out on the scene as a mobile DJ, but just practicing around the house and then that led me to podcasting. So that's what I've been enjoying here
Oh,
lately.
wow.
Hmm.
Oh, wow. You just never know what step leads to what, until you
That's right.
actually take that step. I love that. Well, I,
Hmm.
I have truly enjoyed this conversation, and I really hope that you all have learned something more about Chris and something that you can connect with him on. And feel free to give him a shout and let him know, if you got anything from, because he will spend some nuggets there as well for this time. Is there anything that you wanna leave with everyone? Any one last bit of information that you want everybody to know about you?
Yes, let me tell you guys something. And this is something that I'm trying to do, and I want to make sure I pass it on to everybody else that I come in contact with. We don't know exactly how many days we got left. And I'm approaching 52 in November, and I'm looking forward to it. And I want to spend however much time I have left happy. I want to be that guy that comes around and everybody say, "Hey, there goes Chris." And not that, "Hey man, here come Chris." Not that, but "Hey, there's Chris." I want to be a joy. I want to be fun. I want to be positive. I want to be a go-getter. And I want to do things the right way every chance I get. And I want to surround myself with people that are like-minded. And I think that if we do that, we can all live however much time God gives us on this earth. We can live it better. And that's what I'm after. I'm after that happy part right now. Not about the money per se, but it's about just finding happiness and being successful. And success does not always equate to money, but just leaving a good legacy, something that my sons can be proud of. That's what's up. If y'all want to join me in some of that right there, I'd love to have you along for the
Oh yeah. Oh
ride.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah. They wouldn't be a part of this tribe if they didn't.
Well, that's why we're here, right?
That's right. That's why we're here.
Hmm.
That is awesome. That is so awesome. And I definitely agree with you on that. I definitely appreciate your time and you sharing with us today and just um, allowing us to get to know you a little bit better. And y'all, I guess until next time, until the next spotlight, y'all please give some feedback, some fire emojis or butterfly, I like butterflies or anything. Let us know that you enjoyed this segment with us. But until then, we'll see you all later.
See you
Bye.
later. We'll holler.